ever wished a children's book could, like, spark conversations about healthy eating? Or even mindfulness?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's the magic we're diving into today with Nona Moysu's work, this enchanting world of stories.
It's really fascinating how Moisu, they blend in these crucial life lessons
Mm,
with, whimsical tales that really capture a young reader's imagination. They don't just tell a story, right?
right.
They craft an experience.
They do. We're about to unpack a whole bunch of those experiences. We've got a stack of Moysu's work right
Ah.
here. Everything from the delightful Leaves series all the way to those heartwarming adventures found in Walking in the Snow.
Hmm.
We're going to uncover how Moysu subtly imparts these really valuable life lessons through their captivating stories.
Yeah,
Ready to jump in?
absolutely. Well, let's dive right into the leaf series. Pumpkin leaves, zucchini leaves, and cherry leaves. Each one offers kind of a unique perspective, a unique lesson presented through this signature Moisu storytelling style.
And it's that storytelling that makes it so effective, right? Instead of
Mhm.
just coming out and saying, eat your vegetables.
Right.
Moisu creates a world in pumpkin leaves where kids can connect with, like, a talking pumpkin
Oh, wow.
who very subtly guides them to appreciate where their food comes from.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Mhm.
Rather than preaching, they spark curiosity, prompting these kids to consider, like, the journey from garden to table.
Yeah.
Imagine the dinner table conversations this book could inspire.
Oh, I love that. And then there's zucchini leaves. This one goes beyond healthy eating to tackle the theme of self-discovery in a way that resonates with, with a child's experience.
What's really striking is how Moisu uses the garden as like a metaphor for personal growth.
Yeah.
That zucchini's quest to discover its purpose mirrors the journey of self-discovery we all experience, especially during childhood. It's a
Mhm.
very relatable concept
Yeah.
wrapped in this captivating tale.
And it highlights that self-discovery isn't always like a straight path.
Right.
Just like the zucchini, we all go through different stages, right? Encountering obstacles, learning along the way. It subtly reminds us about the importance of patience, resilience,
Mm-hmm.
embracing our individuality.
Exactly. And then we have cherry leaves, which brings to light the importance of mindfulness, a concept that's relevant for all ages, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah. And Moisu tackles this through the contrasting personalities of these twin cherries.
Oh, interesting.
Sweet cherry, who embodies that, living in the moment, carefree spirit.
Right.
And then you've got sour cherry, who worries about what ifs.
Uh-huh.
And they provide a very playful yet profound way to demonstrate the balance between that carefree joy and mindful awareness.
It's about, finding that quiet space
Yeah.
within, right?
Yeah.
Even amidst the whirlwind of life.
Mhm.
And the book really encourages children to slow down, appreciate those simple joys,
Mhm.
just like those cherries soaking up the sun.
Yes, I love that.
Speaking of slowing down,
Yeah.
have you noticed how Moisu masterfully connects this theme of mindfulness that we see in Cherry Leaves with that quiet introspection depicted in Walking in the Snow?
Oh, now that you mention it, yes, it
Yeah.
is fascinating how they create this connection, even though, one story features talking fruit and
Wow.
the other a snowy landscape. But they both tap into that very universal experience
Hmm.
of needing stillness and introspection.
And that's where the brilliance lies, I think.
Mm.
It's not just about a boy finding his way home in the snow.
Right.
It's about that internal journey of courage, resilience, and hope.
And Moisu doesn't shy away from the emotional depth of this experience either.
Hmm.
That boy's fear, his determination, they highlight a really powerful message. Even in challenging situations, like, hope exists.
It does.
And it reminds me of a thought-provoking question I had.
Okay.
What conversations do you think these books could spark between, like, a child and an adult reading together?
Oh, the possibilities, they're endless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, imagine reading Pumpkin Leaves
Mm-hmm.
and then heading to a farmer's market together, right? Like bringing that story to life.
Yeah.
Or perhaps Zucchini Leaves could lead to a conversation about their dreams.
Yeah.
What makes them unique, it's about encouraging that open dialogue, What stands out to you, listener, as a conversation starter?
That's a great question. I find it remarkable how a seemingly simple children's book can become this catalyst for these like really meaningful conversations.
It truly speaks to the power of storytelling, right?
Yeah.
It's like what we see in the source material,
Yeah.
this call to action
Yes.
for readers to share their experiences with Moysu.
You're right. That message at the end of Pumpkin Leaves, it says, leave a message of your experience with our books. We love to hear from our customers.
Yeah.
It's almost like inviting those readers to participate in the creative process.
Precisely. Because that feedback is crucial for authors,
Mm.
especially those writing for young minds. Hearing how their stories are received, how they inspire imagination and conversation offers this invaluable insight. It completes the circle of storytelling.
And speaking of continuing the story, Moysu's upcoming book, Banana Leaves, is said to revolve around the theme of safety in play.
Okay.
Particularly during games like hide and seek. Given their knack for weaving those important messages into such engaging narratives, I'm really curious to see how this one unfolds.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it?
Mm.
How will Moysu bring their signature whimsy and depth to like a serious topic like that?
Right.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll see some playful hide-and-seek adventures with a talking banana.
Right.
Or maybe the leaves themselves will hold clues about, safe places to play.
I'm picturing like a group of little monkeys playing hide and seek among the banana leaves, and they're learning about boundaries and calling out if they feel lost or scared.
Oh, I love that imagery. Knowing Moysu, there are going to be layers to uncover, encouraging these kids to think about not just their physical safety, but, their emotional well-being during play.
Right.
It's fascinating how they manage to address these really nuanced topics in such an approachable way.
It really speaks to their understanding of a child's world. Take, for example, that moment of potential vulnerability during hide and seek.
Right.
Moysu could use that as a way to gently introduce the idea of trusting your gut feeling.
Yeah.
And knowing when it's okay to stop playing and ask for help.
Yeah.
All within the context of this playful story.
It makes you appreciate how much thought goes into crafting these seemingly simple stories. It's not just about entertainment. It's about empowering young minds with these really valuable life lessons.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to this idea of, walking in the snow as that tool for navigating challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And while the Leaves series, it uses those talking fruits and vegetables to engage these young readers, Walking in the Snow tackles those themes of courage and resilience in a slightly different way.
Right. Instead of that talking zucchini,
Right.
we have this young boy who's facing a very real challenge, finding his way home in the snow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a situation that so many children can relate to on some level.
Right.
That feeling of being lost or uncertain.
Exactly. And through the boy's journey, Moysu portrays this emotional roller coaster that, that comes with facing a challenge.
Yeah.
We see his fear, his determination, and ultimately his resilience as he kind of navigates that snowy landscape. What do you think, listener? Does this resonate with your own experiences in overcoming challenges?
It's that powerful reminder that even in the face of fear and uncertainty, there's this inner strength within us to persevere. And I think that's a message that, we can all really benefit from regardless of our age.
Absolutely. And while, Walking in the Snow takes a more, I guess, realistic approach compared to the whimsical nature of, say, the Leaves series, they both ultimately empower these young readers with this sense of agency and self-belief. They remind us we have that strength to face our fears, find our way, and ultimately emerge from those challenges even stronger than before.
It is fascinating how Moysu consistently delivers these really powerful messages, whether it's through the talking fruits, those adventurous vegetables, or, a boy's very solitary journey in the snow. Their ability to connect with readers on multiple levels like that is really remarkable.
It is. And speaking of connection, that message that we discussed earlier, the one inviting that feedback, it speaks volumes about Moysu's commitment to engaging with their audience.
It goes beyond simply writing a story. It's about fostering a dialogue, a sense of community between the author and the reader.
Precisely. By encouraging those readers to share their own experiences, Moysu demonstrates that they value these really unique perspectives and the interpretations that each individual reader brings to their work.
Right.
It's about acknowledging that a story's life, it extends beyond the pages, evolving with every interaction.
And as we eagerly await the release of Banana Leaves, it's exciting to think about these new conversations and new connections that this book will inspire.
Absolutely. This upcoming book, with its focus on safety and play, it presents a very unique opportunity to explore a topic that's both timely and essential,
Yeah.
especially for those young children.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how Moysu will tackle such a crucial theme while maintaining that signature blend of whimsy and depth.
Me too. It makes you wonder what other important topics Moisu might explore in the future. What do you think, listener? What themes or challenges would you be interested in seeing Moisu tackle in their upcoming works? It is exciting to think about those possibilities.
It is.
Knowing Moisu knack for tapping into that child's world, I wouldn't be surprised if Banana Leaves sparked conversations about not just physical safety,
Right.
but like emotional safety too.
Yeah, that's a really insightful point. Imagine a scenario where, one of the characters is hiding and they start to feel a bit too alone,
Right.
a bit unseen. And Moisu could use that to gently introduce this idea of trusting your gut feeling,
Yeah.
knowing when it's okay to stop playing and ask for help.
Exactly. It's about empowering those kids to recognize those feelings.
Right.
And voice them even in the context of something as simple as hide and seek.
Yeah.
It's those subtle layers of meaning that make Moisu's work so impactful, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's about equipping those young readers with the tools that they need to navigate, not just that physical world around them, but also the complexities of their own emotions.
Right.
And it's no longer just about, hiding and seeking in this physical sense,
Right.
but about understanding those moments when we might feel emotionally hidden
Yeah.
or unseen.
It's amazing how Moisu manages to weave those deeper themes into stories that are still so engaging and accessible for young minds.
It really speaks to the power of storytelling, doesn't it?
It does.
Moisu's books, they become more than just entertainment.
Yeah.
They become these tools for self-discovery, for building resilience, for understanding the world around us.
And most importantly, they remind us that even in a world that's filled with screens and distractions and all of these things, that there's still magic to be found in the pages of a good book.
Beautifully said. It's been a pleasure diving into the world of Nona Moysu with you today.
Likewise.
And really exploring those thought-provoking layers within their work.
Absolutely. And to our listeners, we encourage you to seek out the magic of Nona Moysu's stories for yourselves. You might be surprised at the depth and wonder you uncover within their pages. Until next time, happy reading.